Prabhupada, when he established so many temples all around the world, in so many temples, Srila Prabhupada installed the deities of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. In Delhi, the capital city of India, Srila Prabhupada said there has to be the deities of Lord Ramachandra. So Rama Darbar, Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman are installed in Delhi ISKCON temple. In Bombay, Juhu temple, there are deities of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. So I just put some pictures of the deities from different temples in ISKCON. Little delay. So in Delhi, there is Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. In Juhu Temple, Bombay, there is Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. In Ahmedabad, in Calcutta, there are deities of Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. In USA, Washington DC, there are deities of Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Again, Seattle also, New Jersey. In Washington, in Seattle, deities are there. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. So many places, Lord Ramachandra's deities were installed by Srila Prabhupada, knowing the importance that yes, Lord Ramachandra has to be there, because throughout the world, in so many different parts of the world, especially in India, in yes, London, Bhakti Vedanta Manor, there is deities of Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. And Prabhupada mentioned that people speak about we want Rama Rajya, and how to achieve that Ram Rajya. For that, Lord Ramachandra need to be in the center. Without Lord Ramachandra, what is the meaning of Ram Rajya? And when we read Valmiki Ramayana, many people again mention that in Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki ji portrayed Ramachandra as an ideal human being. He spoke about somebody who possesses all these different great qualities. So Valmiki ji portrayed Ramachandra as an ideal human being, ideal king, ideal husband, ideal son, ideal brother, ideal friend. But he did not establish the supremacy of Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Ramachandra himself also does not claim that I am the Supreme Lord. Whereas Lord Krishna very boldly declares, I am the Supreme Lord. Matta paratram nanya. There is nothing superior than me. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. But Lord Ramachandra did not claim that I am the Supreme Lord. Even when the great demigods, they approached Lord Ramachandra, they come in front of Lord Ramachandra and they address, you are the Supreme Lord, you are the Purna Purushottam Bhagavan. Lord Ramachandra said, I don't know what you are talking about. Once Brahmaji came to Lord Ramachandra and glorified Lord Ramachandra, you are the Supreme Lord. Brahma said, I don't know what you are speaking about. If you ask me, I can tell you who I am. So Brahma said, okay, please tell who you are. If you really ask me, I will tell. I am just the son of Maharaj Dashrath, the king of Ayodhya. That is my identity. That I am a human being, the son of Maharaj Dashrath, the king of Ayodhya. So Lord Ramachandra did not claim himself to be the Supreme Lord. But at many places, Valmiki ji actually, even through the mouth of different demons, he establishes this point that Lord Ramachandra, he is not some normal, ordinary human being. He is the Supreme Lord. And why Lord Krishna mentioned that, yes, I am the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna very boldly declared, I am the Supreme Lord. But because Lord Krishna, he knew. Lord Krishna appeared in Dwapar Yuga, towards the end of Dwapar Yuga, and after that Kali Yuga is going to come. And Lord Krishna knew very well in Kali Yuga there will be so many people who will pretend themselves to be the Supreme Lord. They will claim that yes, we are the incarnation of the Lord. So that's why Lord Krishna very boldly declared, I am the Supreme Lord, there is nothing beyond me. Matta paratram nanyat. And if you declare yourself to be the Supreme Lord, then you have to prove. You have to lift the Govardhan, you have to do so many of these wonderful activities to prove yourself. And when we talk about Lord Ramachandra and Lord Krishna, Both are the Supreme Lord. There is no difference. Only difference is in the activities they perform. Lord Ramachandra, he performed the activities as a Maryada Purushottam. Lord Ramachandra came in Treta Yuga as Maryada Purushottam, whereas Lord Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga as Leela Purushottam. Lord Ramachandra took a vow of Ek Patni Vrata. Yeah, I will accept only one wife. And Lord Krishna, he accepted anybody and everybody, whoever came. Braj wali bhi aao, Dwarika wali bhi aao, Mathura wali bhi aao, everybody. But if we really see that there is a connection between the Leelas of Lord Ramachandra and the Leelas of Lord Krishna. There is a contrast between the Leelas of Lord Ramachandra and the Leelas of Lord Krishna. You want to know some of the contrast? When Lord Ramachandra appeared, he carried out the orders of his parents. Lord Ramachandra wakes up early in the morning, he goes, pays obeisances to his father, his mother, his guru, and folded hand he asked Dashrath Maharaj, please tell me, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? So Lord Ramachandra is always taking the orders of Dashrath Maharaj. Lord Krishna, as soon as he appeared in the prison house of Kansa, he started giving order. Immediately take me to Gokul. Right? Transfer me from here. So Lord Krishna, as soon as he appeared, he started giving the order. Lord Krishna or Lord Ramachandra had to cross the ocean to go to Lanka to find Mother Sita, to rescue Sita and kill Ravana. And in Krishna Leela, Krishna said, now in the previous avatar, my biggest enemy had his city built in the middle of the ocean. But in this Leela, I am going to build my city in the middle of the ocean. So Krishna said, now I'm going to build my Dwarka in the middle of the ocean. In Ramalila, Ravana kidnapped the wife of Lord Ramachandra. And in Krishna Leela, he said, now I'm going to abduct the lady whom the Ravana in that incarnation, Shishupal, was going to marry. Shishupal was going to marry Rukmini. So Krishna said, now it is my turn. I will abduct Rukmini, who is going to marry. Shishupal was going to marry Rukmini. In Ramalila, Lord Ramachandra, he cut off the nose and ear of Shupnakha. So एक को कुरूप कर दिया, disfigured. So Lord Ramachandra disfigured one. In Krishna Leela, Krishna thought in the previous Leela I disfigured one. In this Leela I will एक कुरूपा को सुरूपा बना देंगे. So what was that? Kubja. So Krishna transformed Kubja from a hunchback to a beautiful woman. In Rama Leela, Lord Ramachandra had to kill Bali hiding behind a tree. And in Krishna Leela, Lord Krishna thought, now this time I will wrap up my Leela. I will kind of finish off my Leela. Somebody will shoot an arrow hiding behind. But it's not exactly like Bali appeared as that hunter. So that's a different pastime. So, but I'm talking about some of the contrast between Lord Krishna's Leela and Lord Ram's Leela. And Krishna appeared in Mathura. That Bhumika, that foundation was also built in Ramalila. Okay? During Lord Ramachandra's time, when Shatrughan went to Mathura, killing which demon? Which king of that time? Lavanasura. So Shatrughan was sent to kill Lavanasura and then become the king of Mathura. And when Shatrughan was residing in Mathura, Lord Ramachandra visited Mathura that time. And Lord Ramachandra spent some time, and that was the building block, that was the foundation that in the next Leela, Lord is going to appear in Mathura. So there are so many contrasts like that. And in Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki ji, even though he starts with asking about somebody who possesses all these great qualities, any human being present on earth who possesses all these great qualities, but ultimately Valmiki ji established Lord Ramachandra as the Supreme Lord. Even through the mouth of the demons, Valmiki ji is establishing that Ramachandra is not an ordinary human being. He is not an ordinary Devi Devata. He is not a Gandharva. He is not some other celestial being. He is the Supreme Lord. One such pastime is, when Lord Ramachandra was residing in Panchavati. Sita, Ram, Lakshman, they are residing in Panchavati, and at that time, after Shurpanakha's entry, Shurpanakha goes to, what were the brothers of Shurpanakha? Kharadushan, living in Janasthan. So Kharadushan, they attacked with the army of 14,000 demons, 14,000 Rakshasas. And Lord Ramachandra at that time, he told Lakshmana, you take Sita away, you take Sita to a secure place, and I will handle these Rakshasas. So single-handedly, Lord Ramachandra, he killed all those 14,000 Rakshasas. Now, can any ordinary human being accomplish that kind of task? Even in the most kind of amazing Bollywood, Hollywood movies, they saw a hero fighting with tens and hundreds of whatever those gundas, hooligans. But here, Lord Ramachandra, with one arrow, he destroyed all the 14,000 Rakshasas in that Janasthan. And among those Rakshasas, there was one person named Akampan. Okay, his name was Akampan, who was the associate of Kharadushan. So Akampan, somehow he saved his life and he ran away from that place. And then he goes to Lanka to report it to Ravana. So when Lord Ramachandra killed all these demons in the army of Kharadushan, Akampan goes to Ravana. And Akampan, his name is Akampan. Akampan means one who does not have kampan. He has no shivering. He makes others shiver. दूसरों को कंपन करा देते, but he himself has no kampan. But when he went to Ravana, actually Akampan, he was shivering like anything. And Ravana was wondering, what happened to you? Your name is Akampan. Why are you shivering like this? And Akampan at that time, he told, Janasthana sthita rajan, rakshasa bahavo hata, kharacha nihita sankhe, kathanchit aham agata. O king, many demons positioned in Janasthan are killed, including Khara and Dushan. Khara is also killed in war, and somehow I have come here. I saved my life, somehow I have come here to report it to you. And Ravana indirectly is asking Akampana, how did you save your life? If all the 14,000 Rakshasas are killed, how did you save your life? So how did Akampana save his life? It is mentioned actually that Akampana, he transformed into the form of a woman. And he was running away, knowing that Lord Ramachandra will not attack a woman. So he transformed himself into a woman and then ran away from there and came to Ravana to report that. And Ravana, hearing this news that Kharadushan along with the whole army are killed, Ravana said, I will go immediately and attack on Ram. I will fight with Ram. And at that time, Akampana, he tells very beautiful set of verses. Please forgive me, I could not find the English verses there in the English translation. I just put whatever I could find in actually Hindi language. There is a translation of some of those verses. So what does Akampan tell Ravana at that time? Nahi Ramo Dashagriva Shakyo Jetim Ranetva Rakshasamba api lokena swargam papa jane eva. He tells Ravana, O Dashagri, it is impossible to conquer Ram in war for you. Forget about conquering Ram in the war. It's not in your capacity to fight with Ram and win over Ram. Either single-handedly or along with the host of even the demon supporters of yours. As one, heaven cannot be won by many sinners. As a sinner cannot attain heaven, so same way you, along with all your Rakshasa armies, all your associates, you cannot win over Ram. But then a company tells you, I have a plan, I have a scheme. If you really want to kill Ram, there is a plan. If you execute that plan, then maybe there is a chance. And what is that plan? भार्या तस्य उत्तमा लोके सीता नाम सुमध्यमा श्यामा स्म विभक्तम अंगी स्त्री रत्नम रत्न भूषिता न एव देवी न गंधर्वी न अप्सरा न च पन्नगी तुल्या सीमंतिनि तस्या मानुषी तु कुतो भवेत्. Is it Ramachandra is accompanying his wife there in the forest, and she is very beautiful. I do not think you can kill Rama in any other way, but Ram's wife Sita, what is comparing Sita with? She is not any demigoddess, she is not Gandharvi, she is not any celestial woman. She is beyond all these. So indirectly, Akampana, what is he telling? That Sita Devi and Ramchandra, they are not human beings. Na Manushi, they are not Manush or Manushi. They are the Supreme Lord. And if you want to kill Ram, you should try to kidnap Sita Devi. Because once you kidnap Sita Devi, Ram is so attached to Sita. In the separation of Sita Devi, Ram will himself die. You will not have to fight with Ramchandra. So that was the plan which Akampana gave. And we know it was discussed in the morning class also how Ravana then immediately goes to Marich. So I will not go into all those detailed story. So first time when Ravana go to Maricha and tells, you have to work for me. You have to help me in kidnapping Sita Devi. I have a plan. I want to kidnap Sita. And Maricha, hearing this, Maricha told Ravana, forget about that. You don't know about the power of Ramachandra. I have faced the power of Ramachandra. Earlier, I was hit when I was trying to destroy the Yajna of Vashishta Rishi. Later on, when Ramachandra was living here, that time also, along with two other demons, we disguised ourselves as a deer. We were roaming around close by the hermit of Ramachandra. Ramachandra figured out that these are not the deer, these are the demons. Ramachandra killed those two demons who were in the form of deer, and somehow I saved my life. I ran away from there. And since that time, I am so scared of Ram. Wherever I see Ram only. Whenever somebody utters Ra, I am immediately afraid that they are going to call Ram. If somebody is going to call out Ratha, because it's starting with Ra, I am filled with fear. That was the situation of Marich. So Maricha said, do not even think of whoever gave you this suggestion to go and kidnap Sita Devi. I don't think they are your well-wisher. They are your worst enemy. They are telling you to make this plan to go kidnap Sita Devi. If you want to stay happy, you stay happy in your Lanka with your wives. Let Ram stay in Panchvati with his wife. You stay happy at your place. Let Ram stay happy at his place. And first time, Ravana understood. Ravana went back. And then the entry of Shurpanakha happens. And then Shurpanakha again provokes Ravana that I went to kidnap that woman for you, and that's when this happened to me. And now you don't want to take any revenge. So then she provoked Ravana, and Ravana again went to Marichi, and this time he told Marichi, no, you have to work for me. No if and but. So that was the whole pastime. But the point here, which I was telling is, Valmiki ji, through the different demons also, he is speaking these very powerful words, establishing the position of Lord Ramachandra. That he is not an ordinary human being. He is the Supreme Lord. And then our topic, which I picked today, was Lord Ramachandra's intimacy and his majesty. There are so many different characters in Ramayana who were not able to understand the position of Lord Ramachandra. They were not able to understand the majesty of Lord Ramachandra. And one such personality was Indra's son, Jayant. So this is a very wonderful pastime, very instructive pastime, which I wanted to discuss today. What are the lessons we can drive from this pastime? Because as sadhakas, when we hear about Ramakatha, Krishna Katha, it is not just the storyline. We want to understand what are the lessons we can learn from them, what are the lessons we can apply in our lives. So this pastime is explained in different Ramayans in different ways and different places. In Valmiki Ramayana, this is explained very briefly in Sundarkand, when Hanumanji goes in Lanka in search of Mother Sita, when he finds Sita Devi, and then he wants to prove that yes, I am the messenger of Lord Ramachandra, to give some proof. He mentions about this pastime because this was a very confidential pastime which happened between Lord Ramachandra, Sita Devi, and this Jayanta appeared at that place. So nobody knew. So Jayanta spoke about this pastime, that I was personally told about this particular incident by Lord Ramachandra. So this is how he proves his position as being the messenger of Lord Ramachandra. In Ramacharitmanas by Tulsidas ji, this pastime is mentioned at a place at a time when it really happened. So when Lord Ramachandra was still residing in Chitrakoot, after Bharat has gone with the Paduka, Lord Ramachandra was still in Chitrakoot before moving further into Dandakaranya. So this pastime happened at that time. So Lord Ramachandra and Sita Devi, they are in Chitrakoot, and one day Lord Ramachandra is, sitting there on his Spatik on that particular stone, which is still there. That place is still there in Chitrakoot. If you go, that Spatik where Lord Ramachandra used to sit, and Lord Ramachandra had a very intimate pastime with Mother Sita. Lord Ramachandra said, "So far I was moving ahead and Sita was moving behind me, walking behind me. Now it is a time for Sita to move forward. Because going further in the further Leela, Sita has to go forward. How? Sita has to go to Lanka first. Then I will go after her. So Sita has to go in front. And I should serve Sita. I want to please Sita Devi. I want to decorate Sita Devi. So Lord Ramachandra, he plucked so many beautiful flowers and started making ornaments from those flowers. There are ornaments for the as bangles, ornaments as earrings. So Lord Ramachandra, with his own hands, he made the ornaments of flowers and started decorating Sita Devi. Shri Radha Gopi Jamal Bhagwan ki jai. Nitai Patita Pavan Gaur Hari ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Lord Ramachandra is having very intimate pastime with Mother Sita, personally making the flower ornaments, decorating Mother Sita. And that Chitrakoot is a very beautiful scenic place. And it is said that even so many demigods, they will come to Chitrakoot to enjoy in that beautiful environment. And some demigods will come to make picnic there, to have a picnic, to enjoy there. And this Jayanta, the son of Indra, also happened to come to this place for enjoyment. And he had heard that Lord has appeared on earth as Lord Ramachandra and he is doing his Leela. And when he came to this place, he saw this very intimate pastime happening between Lord Ramachandra and Sita Devi. That Lord Ramachandra is personally decorating Sita Devi, and Jayant had doubt in his mind. What was the doubt? Jayant started thinking, is he really the Supreme Lord? He thinks he looks up like some ordinary human being. He is acting like an ordinary human being, being so attached to his wife. He looks like a Istri Lampat, somebody who is too attached to the woman. He cannot be the Supreme Lord. So Jayant had the doubt in the supremacy of the Lord, even though he had heard, yes, Lord has appeared on earth and doing his Leela. And that's why it said, sometimes seeing Lord's Leela, we may misunderstand. How to enter into the pastimes of the Lord? Not by seeing those, but by hearing, Shravana. That's why it says Lord Ramchandra's Katha, Krishna Katha, they are most important. Ram Katha Sundar Karatari, Sanshaya Vihag Udavan Hari. As when we clap our hands, birds sitting on the tree, they flee away. And when we hear about the glories of Lord Ramachandra, when we hear the Katha of the Lord, when we hear the Katha of Ramachandra, Krishna, then it removes the doubts from our minds. So that's why hearing Katha is very important. But Jayanta, even though he had heard earlier, by seeing through his eye, he got confused. He misunderstood Lord's Leela and he started thinking Lord Ramachandra is an ordinary human being. He thought, I will go and test the power of Ramachandra if he is really the Supreme Lord. And what did he do? Jayanta made a very big mistake. Jayanta wanted to test the power, he wanted to test the majesty of Lord Ramachandra. He disguised himself in the form of a crow. Disguising himself in the form of a crow. Now, crow, yes, we know crow is a bird, but crow is a mentality also. कौवा एक तो पक्षी है, एक वृत्ति भी है. What is that crow-like mentality? Crow-like mentality is trying to interfere into the other's business, trying to interfere in others' relations, trying to eavesdrop. The two Prabhus have very close relationship, and the third person, two devotees are talking, and the third person want to hear what they're talking about. Are they talking about me? So that is like crow-like mentality, eavesdropping. So Jayanta did that mistake. He interfered into the personal, intimate relationship of Lord Ramachandra, that intimate pastime of Lord Ramachandra. He disguised himself in the form of a crow. And crow generally, we know crow sits on the tree. Crow doesn't fly too high, right? And when the crow is sitting on the tree, where is crow looking for? What is crow looking for? Garbage. A crow sitting on a tree is not looking for a flower garland or flower garden, right? To go on a nice lotus flowers and suck the honey out of that, the nectar out of that. Crow is looking for garbage can. He will go and sit on the garbage can. And even though here, this Jayanta, he disguised himself in the form of a crow, he came. Now again, this description is again little different in different Ramayana versions. In Valmiki Ramayana, as Hanuman is describing, it mentioned that this crow came and pecked at the chest of Mother Sita. In Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas it says, I cannot even fathom thinking that crow, this Jayant went and pecked onto the chest of Mother Sita as a son. I cannot even imagine. So he mentioned that this crow went and sat at the feet of Mother Sita and started pecking at the feet of Mother Sita. So ultimate point is basically Jayant came and attacked on Mother Sita, trying to exploit the potency, the energy of Lord Ramachandra. See, this crow came at the feet of Mother Sita. He is in a very wonderful position, sitting at the feet of Mother Sita. But what was the intention? What was the mood of this Jayant? He was not sitting at the feet of Mother Sita with a mood of service. He was sitting at the feet of Mother Sita with the intention of exploiting, with the intention of hurting Mother Sita. So sometime in our situations also it may happen. We may be at the right place, right position, but if we do not have the right mood, that does not help. When Hanumanji went in search of Mother Sita, what is the mood of Hanumanji? He has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. He has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Mother Sita. And the mood is to serve. He is completely in the mood of serving Lord Ramachandra. He is taking shelter at the lotus feet of Mother Sita. No matter how many obstacles came, but he has taken shelter at the feet of Lord Ramachandra. So the mood is what is also important, not just where we are. If we may be at the right place, right position, but if the mood is not correct, then it spoils the whole thing. Like Srila Prabhupada, once he lifted his cloth and he saw there was one mosquito sitting there. And Srila Prabhupada said, see, this mosquito is at the right place at the right time. Krishna Katha is going on. He is sitting in a very close proximity with Gurudev. But what is the mood? Is this mosquito in the mood of listening to Krishna Katha, serving? This mosquito, even though he's at the right place at the right time, but the mood is, intention is to exploit, to suck the blood. So same way, when we are in association of devotees, when we are in association of the senior Vaishnavas, in the association of Gurudev, What is our mood? We may be in very close proximity, but if the mood is not to render service, if the mood is not in a service attitude, then it does not help us. So Jayanta, even though he disguised as crow, came, sat at the feet of Mother Sita, but the mood was to exploit, to hurt Mother Sita. And another lesson what we need to learn from here is, as sadhaka, see Jayanta, now Sita Devi, who is Sita Devi? She is the potency of the Lord. She is the energy of the Lord. And in our scenario also, sometimes we also deal with so many different energies of the Lord, isn't it? Bhumi, Apo, Nalo, Vayu. These are all different energies of the Lord. So as human being, we are also interacting with so many different energies of the Lord. And if we try to exploit the energy of the Lord, how do we exploit the energy of the Lord? We are walking around, and if we are littering, then we are exploiting the energy of the Lord. We are wasting the water. We are exploiting the energy of the Lord. We are polluting the air, exploiting the energy of the Lord. So in so many different ways, we may also be doing somewhere this exploitation towards the energies of the Lord. So what is the difference between us and Jayant? We are also in one way trying to harm the energies of the Lord. See somebody taking shower, 30 minutes standing under the shower, the water is just running, wasting so much water. Now Earth Day is coming up, so I'm just mentioning this point also. This weekend we will be celebrating Earth Day, right? Along with Brahmotsav. So not to exploit the energies of the Lord, protecting Mother Earth, protecting the resources of water, air. Somebody is just running the electricity without any use. Somebody, I have personally seen actually, sometimes devotees sit in the parking lot, turning on their air conditioner or heating, thinking, I still have 15 minutes, let me just take rest, turning on my AC or heating in the parking lot. So just keep the car running with AC running, heating running. What are we doing? We are polluting the air. We are wasting the resources. So that is also exploiting the resources of the nature. So Jayanta mentality was he came with the tendency to exploit the resource, the energy of the Lord. He pecked at the feet of Mother Sita. Now, Mother Sita, what is the nature of Mother Sita? She is so compassionate. You know why Mother Sita came to forest along with Lord Ramachandra in first place? When Lord Ramachandra was exiled for 14 years for Vanavas, it was only for Ramachandra, not for Lakshman, not for Sita Devi. But Sita Devi said, no, I will also come. What was the reason for Sita Devi to come to the forest with Ramachandra? You know? What was her mood was that I want to accompany my husband to prove my celibate, to prove my chastity. मुझे अपना पतिव्रता धर्म निभाना है, उसके लिए मुझे अपने पति के साथ जाना है. Was that the reason? If that was the reason, then Urmila should also have come. Right? So was Urmila not chaste? But she stayed back. Mother Sita came with Ramachandra to the forest. Why? Because she wanted to shower the mercy on all the living entities. Because Lord Ramachandra, if Ramachandra is alone, he is going to kill so many demonic potence, demonic powers, demonic people. But Sita Devi, she wants to shower her compassion, shower her mercy on all the living entities. सीता देवी सिर्फ अनुग्रह करना जानती हैं, निग्रह करना नहीं जानती. She cannot even think of harming any living entity. So here also when Jayanta has tried to harm Sita Devi, pecking on the feet, Sita Devi is thinking how to deliver this Jayanta, how to shower mercy on Jayanta. If Sita Devi does not have any reaction, any response, Lord Ramachandra will not even pay any attention to this crow. Ordinary crow, and everywhere so many crows are there. What is so great about that? Lord Ramachandra will not even pay any attention to this crow. So to shower mercy on this crow, Jayanta, Sita Devi, she started to bleed. See, otherwise, the form of Sita Devi, it's full of Satchitanand. It's full of eternity, full of bliss. form is eternal form. It's not like an ordinary human being that there is blood, bones, and all that. But then how, from where did blood come? That is the compassion of Sita Devi. Sita Devi said, "Thought if I do not show any symptom, Lord Ramachandra will not pay any attention to this insignificant crow." So Sita Devi started to bleed, just like in the pastime of Nityananda Prabhu. In Nityananda Prabhu, when Nityananda is hit by the pot, the earthen pot of Jagai Madhai. Now Nityananda Prabhu, he is also Satchita Ananda Vigraha. His form is eternal, full of bliss. There is no question of blood or something. But and who is Nityananda Prabhu? He is Ananta Shesh. He is carrying uncountable universes on his heads. And he is not bothered by that weight. Then how come one earthen pot hitting on that could hurt Nityananda or start bleeding? There also Nityananda Prabhu pleaded so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some devotees will go, they will report to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come running there and to shower the glances of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on these sinful people, Jagai Madhai. That was the mood of Nityananda Prabhu. Because Nityananda Prabhu was thinking, this Jagai Madhai will not go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somehow I have to arrange for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come to them. So same way here, Sita Devi is thinking, somehow I have to turn Lord Ramachandra's attention towards this Jayanta. So Sita Devi started bleeding, and Lord Ramachandra, when he noticed the bleeding of Sita Devi, he immediately looked at this crow who had pecked at the feet of Sita Devi. And Lord Ramachandra immediately recognized, he is not any crow, he is the son of Indra. He is the son of Indra. And Lord Ramachandra thought, I have to teach him a lesson. And how does Lord Ramachandra teach a lesson to Jayant? Lord Ramachandra, to punish Jayanta, immediately he picked up a blade of grass. See, in the quiver of Lord Ramachandra, there are so many arrows. So many different type of arrows are there. Lord Ramachandra could have utilized any arrow. But Lord Ramachandra, he picked up a blade of grass to use as a arrow to hit Jayanta. What is the reason behind that? Lord Ramachandra is reciprocating with Jayanta. Jayanta came disguised as a crow. And Lord Ramachandra is utilizing this principle. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. As you reciprocate, I will reciprocate. You disguised. Now I will use a arrow which is disguised. So he used a blade of grass, which is in one sense disguised, arrow disguised in the form of a blade of grass. And Lord Ramachandra put that blade of grass on his bow and shot that blade of grass on Jayant. What is one another very important lesson Lord Ramachandra is demonstrating here is Lord Ramachandra is saying, I utilize only somebody who is as humble as the blade of grass as my instrument. I make only somebody who is as humble as the blade of grass as my instrument. So he is utilizing this blade of grass as an arrow. And in our case also, in the case of devotees also, Lord Ramachandra is saying, somebody who is very humble, they are used as an instrument in my service. Like Hanuman. Hanuman is such a humble devotee, and Lord Ramachandra has used Hanuman in so many ways in his service. And when Hanuman jumped from Mahendra Parvat to cross ocean to go to Lanka, at that time also it is mentioned, Jimmy Amogh Raghupati Karbana, Tehi Bhanti Chaleo Hanumana. Hanumana jumped over as if the arrow of Lord Ramachandra shot from his bow. So Hanuman also flew just like the arrow of Lord Ramachandra. So here Lord Ramachandra shot the arrow. Now in case of Jayanta, one very important lesson we learned here, in Srimad Bhagavatam also Lord Ramachandra's pastime, his glories are mentioned. In which section of Bhagavatam Lord Ramachandra's activities are mentioned? Ninth canto of Bhagavatam, there are two chapters describing the glories of Lord Ramachandra. And Shukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj, you have heard about Lord Ramachandra, so I am telling very briefly. Okay, in a set of 70-80 verses, he mentions about Lord Ramachandra's Leela. But in another section of Bhagavatam, also there are glories of Lord Ramachandra. In 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 19th chapter, text 1 to 8, are the glories of Lord Ramachandra spoken by Hanumanji. Okay, there is a description of Kim Purush Varsha. So there are 9 Varshas. One of them is Kim Purush Varsha. Like we have Bharat Varsha. So there is another one, Kim Purush Varsha, where Hanuman, along with many of his other associates, reside. Kim Purusha. It's like a question. Kim Purusha. Kim means kya? Is it really like human? Kim Purusha. And Hanuman, along with associates residing there in Kim Purush Varsha, he is glorifying Lord Ramachandra. So there are 8 verses there in glorification of Lord Ramachandra. And one of these verses I have quoted here, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 19, text number 7. न जनमनूनं महतो न सौभागं न वान न बुद्धिर् न कृतिस्तोष हेतो तेरयत विशर्तम अपि नो वनात् कुशाशास चक्र सखे बाता लक्ष्मण अग्रजः. One cannot establish a friendship with the Supreme Lord Ramachandra on the basis of material qualities such as one's birth in aristocratic family, one's personal beauty, one's eloquence, one's sharp intelligence, or one's superior race or nation. None of these qualifications is actually a prerequisite for friendship with Lord Ramachandra. Otherwise, how is it possible that although we uncivilized inhabitants of the forest have not taken noble births, although we have no physical beauty, and although we cannot speak like gentlemen, Lord Ramachandra has nevertheless accepted us as friends. So Hanuman is speaking this in the glory of Lord Ramachandra, that not the higher birth, not the beauty, not any scholarships, educations, not any other qualities, any special skills, they cannot attract the attention of Lord Ramachandra. One cannot develop a relationship with Lord Ramachandra based on these characteristics. Otherwise, how could it be that Lord Ramachandra accepted us as his friends? Lord Ramachandra embraced Hanuman. He embraced Sugriva, just as Vanaras. So they do not have higher birth, they do not have beautiful form. But still, Lord Ramachandra showered his mercy, accepted them as his friends. And in Srimad Bhagavatam also, another place, Kunti Devi, when she is speaking, glorifying Lord Krishna, at that time she also speak about the same principle. Janamashwarya Shrutah Shribhir, Edhatmana Madha Puman, Nevarthe Abhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. Tvam akinchana gocharam. One who is on the path of progress, on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulences, high education, bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. So why I'm quoting here, Jayanta also had the same problem. Jayanta, he also belonged to the same qualities, Janam Aishwarya Shruta Sharibir, because he took birth in a high parentage, high family. He was the son of Indra, the king of the demigods. Jayanta was very beautiful. He had so much beauty and opulences. And because of all these things, because he did not have the right mood as a service attitude, he could not understand the majesty of Lord Ramachandra, the supremacy of Lord Ramachandra. And he made this mistake of coming and testing Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra, so we discussed these points. So Lord Ramachandra shot his arrow in the form of a blade of grass, and Jayant, realizing that this is not something ordinary blade of grass, this is the like the arrow of Lord Ramachandra, and my life is in danger. So Jayanta started flying all over. Now, in the form of a crow with small wings, he cannot fly very fast because crow cannot fly very high. As soon as he saw this arrow chasing him, he came into his real form. And Jayanta started running all over the universe. He went to Brahmaji, he went to his father Indra, he went to Lord Shiva, he went everywhere for protection. but nobody offered him any protection, knowing that with whom he has taken this, what do you call, fight or offense, whom he has offended. Like in the pastime of Ambarish Maharaj, when Durvasa Muni offended Ambarish, the chakra is chasing Durvasa Muni and Durvasa is running everywhere. He also went everywhere for protection, but nobody offered him any protection. Even he went to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu said, even I cannot offer you protection. You go to that same person whom you have offended. So Jayant also went everywhere to even his own father. But what to speak of giving protection? They did not offer him a 1 minute stay there that, okay, you kind of sit down and take rest and then you continue your journey to protect yourself. So Jayanta is going everywhere. Now, finally, he met Naradji. In Naradji is a celestial preacher, a transcendental preacher, interplanetary preacher. He can travel to all different planets also without the need of any visa or the airlines. So Narad Muni, he asked Jayant, why are you running around? And then Jayant mentioned what has happened. And Naradji told, then why are you going away from Ramachandra? Why are you running away from Ramachandra? You go towards Ramachandra, take shelter of Ramachandra if you want to save your life. And that is the situation of Guru. That is the situation of the saintly people. When we see, when the sages, the saintly people, when the devotees see the living entity turning away from the Lord, they are trying to go away from the Lord, trying to find shelter in so many different places in this world. They direct the living entity towards the Lord. तो उनकी दिशा बदल के उनको भगवान की तरफ मोड़ देना. So Narad Muni told Jayanta, you go back towards Lord Ramachandra, then only your life can be saved. And Jayanta, immediately understanding that, he came back and fell at the feet of Ramachandra. Now Lord Ramachandra, he is very merciful. As soon as somebody comes to Lord Ramachandra and once somebody tells, please forgive me, now onwards I am yours, Lord Ramachandra immediately gives protection. That is the Solomon vow of Lord Ramachandra. He himself tells from his own mouth, Sakrate prapannoyas dvasmiti cha yachate abhyam sarvada tasmai dadhati etad vratamamam. This is my Solomon vow. If somebody comes and tells me from now onwards I am yours, I give them protection. सन्मुख होए जीव मोहे जबहि janam koti aghad nashahi tabahi. Once somebody turns towards me, their sinful reactions from crores and crores of life is exhausted. So that is the mercy of Lord Ramachandra. As soon as Jayant came and fell at the feet of Ramachandra, now Lord Ramachandra rescued his life, kind of saved his life. He did not punish him as death sentence. Otherwise, to the offense of Jayant, Lord Ramachandra could have given him a death sentence. He deserved a death sentence. If we really see in Ramayana, who is the, when we talk about Ramayana, that yes, in Ramayana, Lord Ramachandra is the hero. And when we talk about the villain, who is the villain of Ramayana? Generally, we say Ravana is the villain of Ramayana, right? But actually, the villain in Ramayana is Jayanta. Ravana, he could not touch Mother Sita. Right? He cannot touch Mother Sita. But Jayanta came and tried to harm Mother Sita, attacked on Sita, pecked Sita. So in real sense, Jayanta was the villain in Ramayana. So Lord Ramachandra could have given him a death sentence, but he forgave him. But Lord Ramachandra said, I have to give him a token of punishment. I have to give him some token of punishment. Like sometimes we may commit so many sinful activity, and as a reaction, we deserve to die, right? Our maybe head should be cut off, but Lord just gives a token. Maybe our finger get a little cut. So Lord just transform it into a small token of punishment. So in case of Jayant also, Lord did not give him a death sentence, rather transformed into a small token of punishment. He said, I have to give him some punishment so that he remembers this. And what did Lord do? With that same blade of grass, Lord Ramachandra, he blinded one eye of Jayanta. So now when we say Lord Ramachandra blinded one eye of Jayanta, there also there is a contextual meaning to that. What is the meaning? See, all of us have two type of vision, a good vision and bad vision. Sudrishti and Kudrishti. So we have two type of vision. Sometimes somebody may have a wrong motives, wrong tendency towards somebody, right? Looking with ill motive towards somebody. So that is the Kudrishti. So Jayant also came with the ill motive. Lord Ramachandra, he blinded his one eye, means he removed his ill vision. Like somebody has a cataract in the eye, the doctor will do the surgery and remove the cataract. So Lord Ramachandra performed the surgery on Jayanta and removed his ill vision, his ill intention, the wrong tendencies from his mentality. So that was the punishment given by Lord Ramachandra. So in case of Jayant, there are so many things we can learn. In our scenario also, the point which we mentioned is we should be very careful to not trying to exploit the energies of the Lord. Rather, we should be in a submissive service mood. Then we can attract the mercy of Lord Ramachandra. So on this very special occasion of Ramanavmi, if we want to pray to Lord Ramachandra, we want to take the blessings of Lord Ramachandra, what do we really want to ask for? What should we be praying for? For spiritual advancement. Please give us the right vision. Please remove my ill vision, the wrong vision, the wrong tendencies from my mind, and give me the right vision so I can continue to progress in my spiritual life. I can develop my relationship with the devotees, with the spiritual master in that way, in a humble, submissive mood, as a service attitude. So I can continue to make that progress. And we have to take shelter at the feet of Mother Sita in a very humble, submissive mood. So there are so many things to talk about, but here, very specifically, there are so many pastimes where Lord Ramachandra showed his majesty as the Supreme Lord. So just another last 2 minutes. We all know this pastime when Lord Ramachandra built the bridge across the ocean. Okay, another very wonderful pastime where Lord Ramachandra showed his majesty, building the bridge across the ocean. So build a small bridge of 2 mile long. It takes so many years, even with modern machinery and everything, with thousands of people working. Here, in a matter of 5 days, Lord Ramachandra built a bridge across the ocean, which is again the proof of the majesty of Lord Ramachandra, supremacy of Lord Ramachandra. But for Lord Ramachandra, that is not big deal. Lord Ramachandra did not need the bridge to cross the ocean to go to Lanka. Like when Lord came in the form of Vamandev, in 3 footsteps, not even three, in 2 footsteps, Lord measured the whole universes. In 1 footstep, he measured the whole earth, and in another footstep, he measured the whole universe. The toe pierced through the outer layer of the universe. Right? So in 1 step, he would measure the whole universe. Then what is this 100 ocean for Lord Ramachandra? Lord Ramachandra has easily crossed across this ocean. But why Lord Ramachandra built the bridge across the ocean? To engage the devotees in the service. So many times Lord will do the Leela to give service to us, to engage the devotee in the service. Sometimes devotees ask Srila Prabhupada, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to spread the holy name, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread it only in some part of Bharatvarsh, in India only? Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not spread all over the world? And Srila Prabhupada's answer was, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have done that, but he left that as a service for us. So Lord assigned, kind of accomplish certain tasks to engage the devotees in that service. Same way Lord Ramachandra, he built that ocean, the bridge across the ocean, to engage the devotees in that service. By stepping on that Setu, all the Vanaras came to Lanka. So by walking on those stones, on those boulders in the ocean, the Vanaras were able to cross over that ocean. Same with this material world. This material world is also considered as an ocean. So at that time, on the strength of Lord Ram's name, these boulders were floating into the ocean and they were able to cross over that ocean. Now, at that time, this Setu helped cross this ocean. In the Kali Yuga also, Lord's name is helping thousands and thousands, millions and millions devotees cross over this ocean of material existence. By chanting the name of Lord Ramachandra, we can easily cross over this ocean of material existence. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in Kali Yuga, if we really want to achieve the mercy of the Lord, the only possible way, the easiest way is to chant the holy name of the Lord. Kali Yuga kevala nama adhara. In Kali Yuga, the only shelter is the holy name. Simran Simran Utray Narapara. By chanting the name of the Lord, the devotees can cross beyond this material existence, the ocean of material existence. So, in this most auspicious occasion of Ramanavmi, my humble, sincere request to everybody is let's all take to the chanting very humbly, very sincerely, as our only shelter, and pray to Lord Ramachandra, please give us the strength to chant the holy name with a very humble, submissive mood, so we can continue on this path without any hindrance. Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki, Sita Rama Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Very much.
I'd like to express our gratitude to Prabhu by allowing time in this involved. This Friday, Mother Madhavati Prabhu, our JDC, and Rama